for liftoff in 3, 2, 1. Godspeed, cowboy.
We called it the final frontier. But all that meant was that when space turned out to be just as corruptible and ruthless as Earth, we had nowhere left to escape to. So we gathered up our troubles and our blues, slung them over our world-wearied backs, and stepped into the new rebel era, aboard whatever ship we could find. These days, a ship means freedom. But every day of freedom incurs a debt to the frontier galaxy. And space is the hardest son of a bitch out there. And it's always coming to collect. Last time in the Frontier Galaxy. We met the crew of the 21st night of September in debt and on a deadline, but hot on the trail of a particularly unlucky lowlife named Richard Dick Whiskey, who had the misfortune of knowing the location of one of the biggest bounties in the galaxy, one John Tequila Rogers. The crew easily captured Dick, who told them Tequila took his ship, the Yellow Tulip, and made towards the Sutler system, a system that none of you were particularly keen to return to. You kidnapped and or enlisted Dick to your crew, and after some deliberation, took off towards the Sutler system and the torrid memories that could be found there. As you jumped through a Van Kier gateway into hyperspace, you each experienced potent flashes of memory that hinted at some of the tragedy you had experienced in the Sutler system. A missing arm, a jagged scar, a hail of bullets. You arrived in the Sutler system just a little more in debt than you started, but got a bead on Tequila by tracking Dick's stolen ship to the Sutler 47 fuel hub. And as you drew closer, you noticed a faint signal coming from that glorified gas station. Not just any signal, a distress signal.
Welcome back, Interstellar Outlaws, to the Sutler system. We rejoin our Interstellar Outlaws aboard the 21st night of September as you get closer and closer to Sutler 47 fuel hub. And it's about this time that your communications officer, none other than Maria James, has begun to pull aside the many, many advertisements that are popping up on her communication screen to hear a very faint distress call coming from the Sutler 47 fuel hub, where you believe John Tequila Rogers is currently hiding out, or at least that's where the ship that he won off of Richard Dick Whiskey is parked.
Maria wants to go over the janky internal comms.
Folks, I know we're looking for this ship, the Yellow Lily. There is a distress signal coming from that fuel hub, and we do not know what ship it is. It's real faint. Don't know if we're in the mood to do some saving. Don't know if we're in the mood to just get in, get out. But I thought I'd share.
Because Blank is mute, they have a kind of on everyone's a monitor on their stations. Text appears, and it's from Blank saying, if we do save this person, we could ask for like financial compensation, right?
Definitely.
Also, everything in this damn dirty system's bound to be connected. Space seems big, but it sure don't feel that way sometimes. So one good turn deserves another. We might rightly find some information, at least someone to help us along our way. Because, brothers, ma'am, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Alright, folks, we got a code blue raspberry. We're saving someone.
God damn it.
Which one's blue raspberry?
I think.
Is that
You
the
got
one
it, boss.
Is that evasive maneuvers
No,
or?
no, it's in the.
Is that going loud?
Guys, it's in the code book I gave everyone. Someone have their code book?
I thought that was a doorstop.
No, that was a code. It says code. What?
The code book is just like leveling my bed and
Also,
like.
did Blake just talk?
That wasn't me talking. That was in the text. That was on the
Over the
everyone's
comms.
screen.
Sorry, it was
It's on your comm screen.
I thought I heard it.
I'd actually like to do like whatever history check equivalent to see
Yeah.
if I know this station and if we can gather if we have any information like
Yeah. Do you want to like use your knowledge of this place, or do you want to try to use like a scan from the ship?
I guess I would like to do both, yeah. And I'd like to kind of group powwow, like, is there a group, like, investigation? How much do we know about this place?
I'll say anyone who wants to can go ahead. Let's have one person in the group make a like personal savvy check. You can roll with the upper hand, and one person make a like system scan check for the ship, which can also be rolled with the upper hand, since you guys are kind of doing this as a team.
I can do system scan.
Hit it.
So I'm like at the head of the ship anyway.
Cool. So roll 3d6, take the top 2, and then add systems for the ship, which is +1.
Nice. And then I'm going to do a savvy check for myself.
Hell yeah. So same thing, 3d6, take the top 2, and add your savvy.
Cool. I only have a savvy one, but... a 6 and 2 2s, so that's going to be 9.
And a 13.
13
for
to the ship, hell yeah. Eli, I think you are aware of the Sutler 47 fuel hub because you've probably been here. You probably had to stop here on your way out of the system. And also, like, it's just a very common refueling hub. It is not particularly well taken care of. But here, you know that it is very much like a truck stop. So it's got an 812 convenience store. It's got like a really rundown motel that kind of like, it's not quite a rent rooms by the hour type place, but it's not far off from that. It is a very like dingy place. You also know that it is a place that gets held up fairly often. Like it's not uncommon for there to be a distress call from this place, or at least it is more common than most places.
Okay, cool.
And I think with that savvy check, you kind of innately know where everything is. You may not know exactly things, but you have a pretty good general sense.
Yeah, I'd like remember where the buildings are in relation to each other.
100%.
And is this like a habitable... This is a space station, right? So this isn't like a habitable planet. We need to be in like our spacesuits and shit.
This is essentially like a large disk, essentially. And the center is essentially just like a ball that everything is spinning around to maintain gravity. The outside is like a bunch of rooms and various buildings that are like the 812 and like a small diner and stuff. But on like the spokes outside of that are various areas that you can essentially park your spaceship to either get refueled or to just like it'll essentially connect an airlock that you can just walk in.
Got you. So there's gravity, there's air. That's a good start. All right. I say we go in, try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, find a yellow lily, maybe win ourselves some reward money.
Yep.
And then I'm going to gain a blues because I remember the last time, because this is escalating a situation in an attempt to get revenge. It's like furthering my goal to get revenge and find out information against the Palazzos.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like pushing us to go do it.
Nice.
Because you called it the Palazzos, you know that their influence is strongest on Reno 12. They do have some like sway in Sutler 47. It's definitely not a place that they like hold dear in their like empire or whatever.
Right.
But it is kind of under their command.
Okay.
Whereas you know that there are some places like Irvine Industrial they don't have, which is like a mining community, they don't have as much of sway in. Same with Sutler Orbital. You know that the Sutler Security Service has kind of kept them out very deliberately. Blank, you make a system scan. With the system scan, you see a like map scan of the area. You see that the like kind of central hub area, there's like kind of a reception area there. There seems to be a heat signature there. You got a 13. Yeah, I'm gonna say you get a pretty good idea. There are 2 heat signatures like nearby that reception area. There's one that's like standing very still in the center of the reception area. There's 2 kind of nearby that are milling about. And then over in the what you know to be the 812 convenience store, there are 5 different heat signatures moving around. There are also some rooms, like for like the motel rooms, that a few of them are also seem to be inhabited with 1 person per room. But you do see that the distress signal is specifically coming from the 812.
I will, again, in on the screen that's on the comms, I'll say, okay, I see the distress signal seems to be coming from the 12, but there are quite a few heat signatures going on here. I don't know which is the danger specifically, but I know who's asking for help.
All right, we're going to the 812.
Does the distress signal have any, like, is it communicating anything specific, or is it sort of just like a SOS Morse code kind of thing?
I think with that 13, you know that it is essentially like a very standard like call for help, specifically from like a corporate. It's very like a corporation calling for help, like in the same way that if you hit a silent alarm in a bank, it's kind of like one thing is going out.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I think the 812 is being robbed.
Yeah, I think so
sounds
too.
right.
All right, let's go stop a robbery.
Maybe old Tequila Rogers is in there.
We'll see which side we want to join.
My brother worked at an 812.
Blank, honestly, just right when they hear Maria say that, they say, I was going to say the same thing.
Great minds, Blank. Great minds.
Just get 100 emojis and a brain emoji.
You guys park up alongside the Yellow Lily, and you hear as the airlocks connect. You like keep an eye on the scans to make sure like no one seems to be coming down like your airlock or anything, and it seems to be pretty clear. Your airlock opens up and you see a pathway that leads to essentially this like central hub reception area where you know that there was one heat signature kind of in the center and then 2 nearby. You can't really access anything without going through this central hub. So you like from here, there are a bunch of spokes that go out. You can go to like the various different areas, but you have to like at least start going through this center hub. And as you open up the doors, you hear that very like hotel lobby music, just like it's just always Girl from Ipanema.
Great song.
I'd like to gain another blues because that was one of Nikki and I's first dance songs that we slow danced to. I'm fucking gunning for it today. Like, I want to be sad.
I'm gonna be real sad.
You see Eli just like pause and like you hear, if you're standing close to him, his breath just catches a little bit before he keeps walking on just a little slower.
I think Ward just puts a light hand on Eli's back as they start moving, just like silent there.
That's nice.
As you had that just kind of moment flashback from that like oral memory, what was Nikki wearing when you were having that particularly memorable dance?
I'll never forget. It was a green dress, greens as the moon of Cylon 12 at the midnight equinox. It had ruffles on it, and little thin straps looked so darn pretty on her beautiful shoulders. I thought I'd seen a space angel herself.
Heartbreaking.
You guys move into the hallway towards this kind of central hub, this like reception area. How are you guys moving through, and what does that look like?
As Kumari gets off the ship, they grab the ship's like military grade multi-cannon off the...
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy you remembered that, because I would have totally forgotten. That's fucking cool.
I would say I'll let you do it.
Brian, let us do it.
It is a thing that is like deliberately like
Brian.
mounted to the spaceship. I'll let you do it, but I'm gonna make you roll a check for it.
You said we
But
could
Kumari and Maria are the ones who mounted it, and we definitely did not do a solid job.
But it's mounted to the exterior of the ship.
Brian, have you ever heard of clamps?
It's duct taped on.
I'll say go ahead. I'll let you make a straight check. I'll say go ahead and make either a savvy or a muscle check.
We're going muscle.
I'll say if you fail, you will damage the gun.
That's like, let me see if I'm strong enough to get my bike off the bike rack from the top of my car.
That's a 3 and a 5, so that's an automatic pass without my muscle.
Woo!
Okay.
Fuck you, Brian.
You pull off. I should have made you roll against the odds. Yeah, you pull off this gun. It is hefty. You are strong enough to hold it. Everyone else, you have to have at least +1 muscle to be able to carry this thing at all.
Can two of us together?
Under
Like
no
if 2
circumstances
plus
will I allow this to happen.
I do also have +1 muscle if the situation
do
calls
I.
for it.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances.
So
Cool.
so boss, we are going loud.
It's that's what Blue Raspberry, we have to go loud.
Blue raspberries go
Go
loud.
loud.
Okay, I
Blue,
do. Okay.
Blue raspberries
We're
go
going
loud.
I read the
folks.
manual.
We're going.
I read the
we're
manual.
going-
It's going guns a-blazing or military grade cannons a-blazing.
You hear from the back. it's like,
Whatever you got, it's got to be blazing.
Come on. Blue raspberry means you're going in hot like a raspberry.
Dick Whiskey, if you don't get your ass back on the
Boyd.
ship,
Dick, you're not helping. You're not helping them get on the train.
But I read the whole manual.
Oh God,
Kirby,
I
lock
love you.
Dick in his room till we're done.
Hey, boss. Hey, get on over here. I'm gonna lock you in your quarters.
I think we're kidnappers now at this point.
Keep reading.
Yeah, what did Dick's quarters look like? I feel like it's just a broom closet, no?
I
Yeah,
think
it's
so,
it's a
probably.
broom closet with a Murphy bed. But the Murphy bed to
Awesome.
fold down, the door would have to be open, and the door has been closed.
Yeah.
I'd like to, I guess, kind of get to the side of the captain and just like take point on the side with my pistol at the ready.
Who's leading the group?
I imagine Blank would be, just purely because he only has his baseball bat, a melee weapon. So he kind of has that raised and ready.
I was gonna say, if you don't tell Ward otherwise, he'll put himself in damage zone.
I like Ward and Blink going first because Blink can like quick zip in and out if there's any shit ahead and then come back and report to us and like,
Yeah.
do you even want to like scout ahead really quick?
They can scout ahead. They definitely won't use their board because that's just very loud. And
100%.
Oh, I see. It's
Yeah.
not sneaky. Okay, cool.
I described the
Copy,
board
copy.
literally just sounds like a motorbike. It's not really possible to scout silently with that.
Fuck it, blue raspberry. Let's go.
I think maybe the order is Ward and Blank together, Maria very slightly ahead of Eli and the boss.
Yeah, that's cool.
Maria in the center for sure.
In the center, yeah, because she's got just a sort of, similar to Blank, a short range melee weapon.
Oh, really?
She got a wrench.
Oh,
Yeah, they have a
she's
wrench, right?
Got
We gotta get
a
y'all- we
crewman's
gotta-
wrench.
You're telling
Gotta
me
get
Maria
y'all
doesn't
some
have
guns.
a military plasma cannon? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Not yet, I don't.
I do also have just a quick rules reminder for melee weapons that I forgot to remind you guys about. If you have a melee weapon, you have an advantage on initiative. So rather than rolling 1d3, you roll 2d3. And if you're using a melee weapon, once per combat, you can choose to roll with the upper hand. So just
Cool.
a reminder for melee weapon wielders. However, you obviously have to be close, whereas
In
other
melee,
weapons can
yeah.
be further away.
Maybe you should go first then, Maria.
Yeah, Maria can be up front with Ward and Blank.
The
It
Vanguard.
could be a sort of 3 and 2 formation.
If you allow this, Brian,
Yeah.
if it's the right size, he'd probably have like his hoverboard like strapped to his back, almost like someone would
yeah,
have
for
like
sure.
a surfboard, skateboard. Yeah, so he has that on his back. I imagine it's probably nearly as heavy as the gun Kumari's carrying.
100%.
But I have a muscle plus, but I have a muscle +1, so I think I'm able to do it. But yeah, I have it like strapped to my back right now with a baseball bat in hand.
This giant, like, it really looks like a snowboard strapped to your back with just this big leather strap across your chest with like extra like fucking gear and parts attached to this band. You guys move forward and you see like this room opening up in front of you. As you approach, let's have one of the 3 people in the front roll a perception check. I'll say you can roll with the upper hand since there's 3 of you.
What kind of check would that be?
Perception is just straight D6s.
Oh, right.
So you just roll 3d6 and take the top 2.
Ward, you wanna get
Sure.
that?
Yeah. 3d6, take the top 2. That is 10.
Hell yeah. You poke your head out looking forward. Actually, I think Ward, you don't poke your head out. You just walk straight through.
Ward
the
just
thing.
walks. Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of like scooting along the sides, moving like a little stealthily. Ward just walking straight forward. No silencing to his steps. And you look forward, and there is a reception desk. Like, it's very nicely set up. It's got this little like potted plant on it. You can hear ba ba da 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 da. And there is a very kind of like well put together, nice suit. Person just sitting there looking forward, kind of eyes regular, as if they were like ready to take your order or whatever, or ready to check you in. But they are clearly bound to the chair and they are gagged. But you see their eyes are just like, hey, how's it going?
I guess we'll approach, and Ward will say, now I'm going to take the gag off. I need you to be real cool. Cool. Okay, and then I take the gag off.
You take the gag off, and just, this person kind of like, usually they have better gags. Hello, how can I help you today?
You send out a distress signal?
I did not. And you see there's a little plaque in front of them. It says Clancy Clearwater. No, I did not. I'm guessing that's probably coming from the 812. We get held up pretty often here. These guys actually seem to be pretty professional. They didn't rough me up too much, which was nice. I appreciated that. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind untying me, that would be great.
Sure.
It seems like I've got a couple guests in the motel. If you wanted to check on them, I wouldn't mind that. But if you're looking for your quarry, as it might be, they're likely in the 812. Are you from Sutler Security?
Yep. Yes.
Go and roll a savvy check.
Like, Shanique's got this giant gun.
That's an 11.
Yeah.
They look at you and they're just like, "Oh, wonderful! Your team looks very put together. Very, very excited to have you here. Sometimes you don't get the best from Sutler Security.
No, only the best for Sutler 47.
I very much appreciate that. And just great response time too. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just checking on the guests and then heading over to 812. Oh, there are also two of the gentlemen who were robbing us. They seem to be using the facilities right over here.
Oh, copy that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, pistols and SMGs were what most of them had. Okay. I'm only so
That's
familiar
space
with
machine guns.
Submachine gun. But for this game, it is space machine
But now it's
for this game, it's space machine guns. They work in anti-gravity. Ward is going to rely on a talent he learned from an old friend and perfectly untie the rope so it's still usable and hold on to that for the coming interactions.
Nice.
And gain a little blue. So he quickly rolls up this rope and throws it over his shoulder. Clancy?
Yes, you very, very good with that rope.
Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you. I try to keep it as professional as possible here.
If you could just do me a favor and maybe get under the desk in case shit goes down until we're finished.
I've actually had this desk specially designed, and they crawl underneath the desk, and the area where you would put your legs, they climb in there and then press a button and a wall comes down and barricades this area.
Awesome.
You hear from inside the desk just goes, "Thank you. I appreciate all of your help. Just give me a couple of knocks when the coast is clear. Thank you."
Thank you, Clancy. 5 stars. We'll leave you a review.
Oh, I really appreciate that. That does a lot for me. That really does help. Thank you very much.
Hey, Ward, he said there were 2 in the bathroom. Were there more?
There are 2 in the bathroom, and then how many did you see in the 812 blank?
Oh, how many did I see?
You saw
Was there
5
5?
heat signatures.
5.
5.
Yeah,
submachine
number
guns,
5.
pistols. So I don't know if we want to split up and somebody goes and takes care of the bath. No.
Let's jump the bathroom because there's only 4 of us. We should jump the bathroom guys, and then either we can take one hostage and use him as leverage against his buddies to get them to
Sure.
Yeah, that's a
or
great plan.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all just make a little pit stop first, and then we head back on over.
I reckon.
I could
to
pee.
the
Today's
812.
it's a good bathroom break time, I think, for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we send our melee friends in and we'll be back up with the guns?
That's great. I like that.
Blank nods, kind of swinging the bat.
Let's station 2 people at the door, and then like I can go in and like flush them out, pun intended, and then they'll
Yeah,
run
it
into
is.
you, and then we'll get them cornered. We'll like go in there and surround them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good plan. Good plan, Eli. Let's do that one.
Thank you, Captain. Means a lot coming from such a brilliant strategist as yourself.
Thanks, guys.
Is this a team meeting technically?
I think it is.
Wait, who called this team meeting?
I think Eli
Kumari gets 1 blues. Kumari gets 1 blues.
Can I get a blues for that?
Yeah, sure. you can get
Anytime
a
someone
blues for
else
that.
calls a team meeting and everyone is really into it,
Kumari gets really
a
bummed.
blues.
I think as that happens, Kumari also like knocks on Clancy's little thing and goes, "Hey, by the way, this is awkward, but I noticed you said this was Ward's team. It's actually my team. I'm the person with the big gun. Just it's totally fine. Just next time."
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That is absolutely on me. I 100%
No,
apologize.
no.
Sometimes, usually just the person who's like who's checking in, you just kind of default, or the person who's coming to save me.
No, I
just kinda
told
defaults.
I told him to do that.
Yeah, he told me to do that.
100%. When I saw the big gun, I assumed you were someone to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And if you have a chance,
You just see a paper comes underneath, and it's got a phone number. It goes,
if you want to give this a call and just fill out a survey and just like tell everyone how I did, that'd be a huge help come bonus and promotion time.
Oh, totally. Kumari takes the paper and puts it in their pocket.
Let's head to the bathrooms.
Good job, boss.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Let's do it.
Nice direction, boss.
Thank you, Maria.
We heading
And
on over to that bathroom?
Kumari hugs Maria, and then it goes, yeah, we're doing it.
you all make your way into towards the bathroom. As you kind of approach the door, you hear 2 voices inside, kind of muffled. Seems to be a male and a female voice, and you hear the male voice just going,
I mean, I don't know. I've called her again and again, and for whatever reason, she just like won't. I think she's just ghosting me.
And you hear a much more muffled female voice just go,
Well, I mean, honey, you just gotta keep trying, I think.
I'm gonna go in and just like wash my hands dramatically, slow saunter and like wash my hands and then dry them slowly. And then whenever I see everyone is in position, then I'm gonna draw on them.
Wait, I have an important question about Eli. Do you have spurs?
I do, but they're made out of like space stuff.
Nice.
they're made out of
They're
gears.
They're like, yeah, gears, but not in a steampunk way, in like a NASA way. They're made out of like microchips and shit.
Nice.
And they have like gold leaf because it's like super conductive. Yeah.
You
That's all.
swing
Thank you.
open the door, and you just walk in casually. You hear these 2 people having a conversation. You see the man is standing or like leaning on the sink with his submachine gun next to him on the sink, and the woman seems to have been in one of the stalls for a while.
Okay.
They hear the door open. They immediately, or at least the man looks at you. You hear the woman from the stall go, "Hey, did you just leave?" No. Someone just. Wait a minute. Where'd you come from?
Oh, I just walked in here needing to use the facilities. Now it seems I may be in the right place.
And can I trust that my like friends are getting into position as
Yeah,
I say
100%.
this? Because it's gonna be fucking
We're all
cool if
crowding
that's the case.
around in perfect formation at the door.
I came in here to use the facilities. Now, friend, seems like we might need to have a chat.
And then I go for his gun to grab it and take it away from him at the same time as I whip out my pistol.
All right, everybody, let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, what everyone get?
4.
2.
3.
5.
What?
Yeah.
Do you have 2 savvy? What?
Yeah, I got a +2.
Hell yeah.
Marie got 4.
They got a straight 1. As you go and dive for his gun that is on the sink, pulling out your own pistol at the same time, Blank, you hear things start to kick off in the bathroom. What do you do?
I think I just sprint in with my bat in hand. I think moments before I run in on my phone, on the screen of my phone, I show it to the rest of the group and it just says batter up as I charge in to bring my baseball bat down on the hand of the man. Is what I'm going for to stop them from grabbing that gun as well. Basically give a bit more time for Eli to grab the gun away from this guy.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack. For attacks in this game, you roll 3d6 and you take the top 2. The last die is your damage.
I think this would be muscle, right? To bring it?
This would be muscle, yeah.
So that is 8. I mean, no, sorry, a 10.
10 hits?
To hit.
And then what's your third die?
My third die is a 3.
Third die is 3, hell yeah. Because you are fighting like a number of assailants, the way this game does that is you're fighting essentially a mob. The mob gets to act kind of as a unit, and to take out a member of the mob, you have to do at least 3 damage to them. So because you hit them for 3 damage, you shatter this guy's hand as you smash his hand into the wash basin and then smash through the wash basin.
This is
You see this guy pull back. Motherfucker! Ow! What the fuck?
As Blank swings, they let the momentum carry their hand, and then they put a hand to the head of eyes as they're watching a ball go for a home run.
Oh my god.
Blank is sassy.
Yeah.
The guy is holding his like absolutely shattered hand, looks up at Blank and just sees the blank expression of their mask and sees this expression and then turns around to look at there is nothing there. Like doesn't get it and just turns around. It's like, what the fuck? And fully has their back to you. For mechanical reasons, this person is completely incapacitated.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, it's nice to see a realistic fight because, like, if your hand gets shattered, like, you're out of fucking commission. We're not Superman.
100%.
Like, you know?
Blank, you hear from the stall the voice of this woman going, "Oh, shit, come on, fuck, oh, damn it, come on." And you hear like the scraping of shoes as someone is desperately trying to put on pants in a way that is fast and also handle. You hear like the handling of a gun and the pulling up of pants. Next up, Kumari and Maria both rolled 4s. Do you guys want to act one after the other? You want to act together?
Oh, I think it's only fitting that we act together. But Maria will let Kumari take the lead.
Kumari is like stationed outside the door, has like the gun like kind of like on their shoulder, like with their finger on the trigger, like ready to go, and is like kind of like talking to themselves and also to Maria of like, they respect me, right? My ideas are good. They like me. They like when they have good
also
ideas.
just right behind you while you're
right.
doing.
Everyone can kind of hear this. Like everyone outside can hear this happening.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do, Kumar.
Yeah,
I
like
just
when they have
it
good
was
ideas. No, you go.
yeah, but because you're a good leader.
Yeah.
That's why they feel so inspired to have their good ideas.
Right.
And it's because they feel comfortable and confident in you and our team.
Right.
It's about this time you hear, "Motherfucker!"
Oh, okay, Maria, go check what's happening. I'll chase them. If someone comes out here, I'll bag them.
Yeah, a small suggestion. We maybe should save the military-grade cannon for when we're at the 5-person thing, but I'm going to go check out the situation. And Maria's going to go in, and she's just going to kick open the bathroom door.
You walk over to the stall, kick open the bathroom door. No check required. Poof, blast it open. You see a woman halfway through putting up her pants and holding a gun. Like she can't quite decide which one to do. And so has decided to do both at the same time and is failing because of that. Just kind of like tries to pull up a gun to you, but is trying to hold, an SMG with one hand while pulling up her pants. Fuck! Just don't move! Don't fucking fuck! Tries to pull the trigger on you, but realizes that the safety's on. Is like, shit. And you see her like half like letting her pants fall down and then like doing it, but then grabbing her pants and like trying to do the safety with her tongue. You also see hanging around her. Part of the reason why it's tough for her to get her pants up is because there's a large handheld radio clipped to her pants that is wound up around her ear in her surveillance. So clearly they have communication. And you see her kind of fumbling with that as well.
Maria is gonna, she's already got her wrench ready in her hand, And she's going to say, you know, this is why I find overalls easier to manage in situations like this. And then she's going to take the wrench and she's going to also try to smash the hand that is trying to deal with the space machine gun.
Oh my god, can we be called the hand smashers? Is that our thing? I like this.
We go for people's hands. It's
Fingers
quick
beware.
and cruel, but it
fly,
gets the job
can't
done. Can't fly, can't shoot. Why never drink with your shooting hand?
Go ahead and roll an attack. So you roll 3d6. Take the top 2 as your attack. Last one's your damage.
We got a 2, a 5, and a 2. So that's a 7 plus. Do I have my muscle? No.
Your muscle, yeah.
Well, that's plus 0. So we got us a 7, and then 2 is the damage.
Because you missed, no damage is hit. You go to smack her with this wrench. And as you do, she is able to finagle the gun in a way to like block it as if blocking a sword. You see her then like try to wrestle you with this gun and like kind of smacks you in the head a little bit.
Ow.
Kumari, what do you do?
After Maria like runs in, like says the whole thing of like, maybe we don't need the gun for this fight. Kumari's like, oh, that's a good idea. And we'll put the gun down. And I think like Kumari's like trying to like find a place to like kind of hide it so no one takes it. And so maybe
It's just a full military cannon in the hallway, like under a sheet.
doing that, maybe like hold my action until Ward goes because they're trying to like figure out where to put this thing now.
Okay, you realize that not only can you do not want to use it, it would be pretty tough to maneuver it into this bathroom if you wanted to.
Oh my god.
You send your turn down the river. Ward, it is your turn.
Ward, I think, hearing all the commotion and not really knowing how to help Kumari hide this.
Do you know where I can put this,
weapon.
Ward? Is this? You think this is a good spot?
Honestly, boss, just put it down. I don't think anybody's.
What if someone takes it?
Or just put it over your back. I don't know.
Captain, we got this in here, probably. I think
right,
there's
you
only
guys
one
keep-
woman
keep-
half shitting herself.
Get them out
so-
here. I want to show them my gun.
Captain, I'll be right
Tell
back.
them I have a big gun out here.
I will tell them that you have a big gun. Ward steps in and he says, "Boss has a big gun." All right. And he yells to I guess to Eli, like, how many are still up?
Only one up in here, and she's halfway sitting down.
All right, great. Ward is going to attempt to run and slide under the stalls to try and take out her legs so she just like eats shit in front of Maria.
So cool.
Yeah.
Baseball slide, go and roll. I'll say roll a savvy check.
Fuck, that's a 7. I am gonna exert. I'm gonna take one
Learning a heart.
damage to.
Hell yeah. So
It's
just a reminder
that's Ward
for
style.
everyone playing along at home, you can choose to exert yourself, which means you burn 1 heart per die you want to re-roll. You get to re-roll those dice, either 1, 2, or 3 die, but you have to take the result.
Okay, that's 9.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do me a favor, roll 1 more d6, and this will be your damage die.
The damage.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Great. Oh, that's only 1.
It's only 1.
No.
You slide underneath this stall, just like get a running start, baseball slide, take her legs out from under her, and she immediately falls on the ground and like bangs her head a bit on the toilet, and the gun kind of like clatters to the ground. You see her radio pops off of her pants and kind of slides underneath, detaching from the surveillance, and you begin to hear like crackling of someone else talking on the other end, but it's turned down pretty low. So you hear like a crackling radio nearby. Her gun, she's like wrestling back up together, but it's like hitting underneath the door and shit. And you are now on the ground in this bathroom, absolutely covered in piss.
Oh yeah,
no.
that's the
No.
the damage is that my suit is covered in piss.
This is a
yeah.
truck stop
all
bathroom.
these
You are
bullet holes.
covered in piss.
Ward, make sure your
Oh.
shoes are on. If you're,
Oh, they're on, boss.
Yeah, you go to get up and your hand goes straight in a full puddle.
oh, Wardley, no.
Wardley, no.
But it was pretty cool.
Wardley.
She is on the ground, like trying to get up. Radio is off, and you see her hand is
They're
going.
just wrestling in piss, and they're just covered in reeking of hot piss.
And then they just start kissing and they're rubbing all the kiss all over each other.
No,
Sorry, that's a line. That's a line.
Jesus.
You see her go to her lapel to like grab her surveillance to try to talk into it, clicks the button, goes, boss, there's a bunch of fucking people here. They got guns. And you see her like clicking it. She goes, boss, and then looks over and sees the radio on the ground and begins to move towards the radio. That is Ward's turn. Eli, it is your turn. You see this woman on the ground scrambling over to a radio, kind of like tangled up with Ward, and also trying to like maneuver this gun around. You see the safety is off on the gun, and they are like moving to essentially like just do a spray of this gun on their turn.
You hear on the tile of the bathroom floor, ching, ching, as the spurs jingle as 2 heavy steps pound across the floor. And the third step, smashes down on this woman's hand. A little bit of piss flies up from the puddle. And I just want to stomp on her hand where she's trying to like drag herself or like reach for it. And then just kind of pin her down with my knee and like put her hand behind her back so we can interrogate her.
Roll a muscle check.
I got 0 muscle. I ain't a strong man. Ooh, but I rolled so good. I rolled an 11.
Yeah.
You smash her hand down as she's like reaching for the radio. You see her hand is like about to wrap around the radio. Smash her hand down, pinning her down, drop a knee onto her chest. And she just kind of like immediately like realizes what the situation is, gives up, lets go of the gun, looks up at you guys, goes, okay, just like don't break my hand too. I really need my hands. Okay, what? What do you want? Can I please? Okay, listen. I recognize this is gonna happen. We're beaten and stuff. Can I please let me pull my pants up? Okay.
Fine.
Okay, and she just like really quickly
I
like
don't
pulls
think
up.
that's necessary.
I do it, but I watch her like a hawk. And I say, this is not sexual.
This is not sexual.
She looks at you and goes, trust me, this is the least sexual thing that's ever happened in my entire life.
You guys having sex in there?
No one's having sex. This is so unsexual.
Okay.
Listen up, Missy. I know my wild animal attraction is too much for many to handle, but I am gonna need your help. And the price of you not giving us your help is we take all your fingers and break them into 1,000,000 pieces. My friend Rhea over here is fucking crazy. She'll go absolutely hog on your ass. So,
I don't know about that, but it does make a nice snap, I will say.
Ooh.
Holy
She
shit.
gives Maria a little wink.
now you're gonna tell us how many more of your group are there, and then you're gonna come with us real quietly and tell whoever the fuck is in charge over there to surrender your weapons and come on with us. Or else we're gonna break your fingers, and then we're gonna kill your friend, and then we're gonna kill you after we broke your toes.
I didn't know we were going to bring toes into it too. Okay, listen, I'm a hired hand for the day. Okay, listen, like, I have no loyalty whatsoever to Mr. Tequila. Okay, so like, I'll help you out with whatever you want.
You working for Tequila?
I grab her, I pull her up off the ground, and I push her up against the...
Jesus, yes. Oh, yeah, we're both working for Tequila. Us two, 3 of the friends of ours. Tequila gave us a nice little bit of money, said wanted to come in here, like make a bit of coin, find another ship, help get his ship repaired and shit. I don't know. He's like looking for somebody, just hired us on as daily muscle. Right? I'm getting a credit a week. Okay, this ain't worth getting any kind of hurt for.
You got that on you?
I mean, I got it in my bank card and stuff. I mean,
Maybe
come
we should
on.
initiate a transfer.
I think my friend just asked for your bank card, ma'am.
Listen,
Ward walks out like 5 stalls down from where she was, covered in piss.
Listen, I'm behind on my own payments, okay? As far as I know, the money hasn't even transferred yet.
All right.
Well, you got lucky this time.
You're lucky now. You've rolled a good savvy check or something.
you have this one pinned up. The man over by the wash basin is like running his hand under cold water.
Excuse me, I'm gonna need that sink.
Blank is just very uncomfortably kind of just rubbing this guy's shoulders as they're tending to their hands. just like, Almost like, I'm really sorry. I just had to do it.
You see, he's running his hand under cold water, but the wash basin is entirely shattered from your strike. So the water is just going in his hand and then flooding the ground. So like water's just pooling around your feet at this point.
Oh no, I specifically need that sink. I need to clean my pants off.
He just looks up and goes, "Yeah, okay, that's a lot of piss. I've not seen that much piss in a while. Okay, yeah, sure."
Now, these jokers say that they're come with 3 other associates, so we blank detected 5 heat signatures in the 812, so that leads me to believe, I ain't no astrophysicist, but I'd say there's probably about 3 more assailants left and 2 shopkeepers or regular folk in there.
Plus tequila, right?
Is tequila here?
I just want to be as helpful as possible. I'm not withholding anything. There's 3 other like hired hands. Tequila's here. He said he was going to knock over the 812 for some quick cash. Okay, so if you're detecting 5 heat signatures, that's probably the cashier.
Cash register, tequila, 3 of your fucking associates.
That's all. I'm giving you the full cooperation is happening right now. Okay, that's all I know.
While this is happening, Maria walks back out of the bathroom to go check on Kumari, who I imagine is still fiddling with trying to hide the military cannon behind something. Hey, boss, we got some interesting intel in there. We're probably gonna get on the move soon if you want to unhide that cannon.
Kumari, you can tell, was like very stressed the entire time, and like finally like put a couch over the cannon to kind of try and hide it.
And is like sitting super casually on the couch.
Is everything is okay? And like you kind of notice like this whole ordeal like stressed them out, and like they were crying a little bit.
Oh, Captain.
As like they know this cannon was like they used a lot of credits on it. I think part of their debt was into buying this cannon, so they felt they would feel really bad if like it got lost or stolen or something. And it like reminds them of just some of the troubles they've had in their days of like losing stuff.
And you gain a blues.
And I gain a blues.
Yeah, absolutely, you gain a blues.
I think Maria, is gonna be like, I don't know where you could have put this thing, but I think the time is coming for you to use it. So whatever impressive hidey hole you found, I think we gotta get it back out, boss.
You don't see it, right? It blends in really well.
Where could it even be?
It's
Oh my God.
It's on this. Thank you, Maria. And like Kumari like hugs Maria and is like, I'd be lost without you.
Oh, you'd be doing just fine, boss.
Tosses the couch over, grabs the gun, and just like bursts through the doorway like a Kool-Aid man and goes, I got a big gun! Everyone freeze!
Both of these like hired hands go, whoa, okay, that gun is too big of a gun. We all recognize how big the gun is. That gun is too big for this bathroom.
I think even Blank has their hands up.
No, not you, Blank. You can keep doing what you're good. You're good, Blank.
He gives a thumbs up and puts his hands down.
All right. Give us all the information. Wait, did we get all the information?
We got some info. I think we got the.
You've got all the information. Trust me. That's.
Shut up. Come, boss, you should ask him. You should ask him one more question.
I already told you all the information.
You shut up right now.
Oh, yep. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Shh. Boss, we didn't ask what you gotta ask.
Who are you working for, pal?
You see, the woman like looks at Kumari, kind of looks at Ward like questioningly, and then just kind of like gives a small nod and goes, well, because you have such a big gun, I guess I gotta tell you that I'm working for John Tequila Rogers. I'm a hired hand.
Boom!
What?
Oh my God.
We
You guys see
found
what
him,
bringing the gun
Captain.
does?
You
Oh no!
shit.
You got it
Captain,
out
you
of
found
me.
him.
I did. I did it. Guys,
She was tight-lipped before you
great
got
job,
here.
team.
Incredible.
Great
couldn't break her.
I didn't think I would break, but that gun was just so big.
Oh, I knew it. This was such a good idea. Okay, look at that team. Do we see how synergy works? Do we see?
Blue raspberry, baby.
Blue raspberry. It works. It works.
Blue raspberry
Blue
works every
raspberry.
time.
The codes work. Okay. All right, we're good. And then Kumari walks out.
So I don't know, because these are just hired hands, like my plan of using them as emotional leverage against the other like members of the troop, I don't think it's going to work because they don't care about each other. So I say we tie these two up, incapacitate them somehow so they can't get out. And then Ward, how good are you at lassoing? Because I say we go in there, you lasso Tequila.
I've lassoed once or twice.
And then we take out the other guys and incapacitate them. I would like not to kill anyone, but if we got to kill the other guys to get a Tequila, like, so be it. Because I really need that debt to be cleared so I can get revenge.
So we're not killing these two?
I don't think this universe
You see both of them become extremely invested in what the conversation is.
I think this universe has enough red stars as it is.
Damn. All right.
I think that's an excellent
I
call.
think we just break a couple hands.
We got a hand.
It's hard to do nothing.
No,
if
how about
you have
how about
two broken
how about we
hands.
just go unconscious? You see the woman runs into the wall and knocks herself unconscious.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
Holy shit!
Well,
I think
there
she's
you
faking
go.
unconscious. It's hard. It's like the cartoons.
Can Maria kick her in the head a little bit to see?
Oh my god, kick her in the head.
yeah.
Just a tap, a
kick her
little, a
in the
little
head.
tap to see if she flinches or if she's really knocked
Blank
out.
pokes in the head with the baseball bat. It's kind of like, dunk, dunk.
Yeah, you give her a tap for whatever she is or is not. She is a like hardened criminal hired hand. She knows when it is better to knock herself out, and she has done so.
Okay.
And Ward, I would let you get a blues for making someone.
For you force someone to do something they don't want to do.
Yes.
We're
Maria,
feeling
I know
baby.
this may not be the time, but I did want to discuss your browser history because that shit is disturbing.
Oh, we could talk about that later. If you
Okay,
got
let's table
questions,
that.
we can
Let's-
have a nice conversation about it. Yeah.
Let's talk about that later, all right.
All right. I'm looking forward to that conversation.
Me too. I'm
While
ready.
this is happening, Blank goes up to Ward and types up and shows the screen and it says, "Why is it so terrifying when she offers a conversation?"
Honestly, I try not to think about it. I try to tune out when Maria starts talking, otherwise I start to get scared.
All right, team. We think we want to maybe mosey on over to the other room, follow
Let's do it.
footsteps of the boss.
Kamari walks back in and goes, "I forgot to do our signature thing," and then goes and breaks the guy's nose.
Jesus, go! And he like goes to hold it with his broken hand and goes, "Oh fuck! Ow! Fuck!"
All right,
Holds it with a good hand.
we're good. Let's roll out, folks.
God.
Man, Eli, should we tell boss we're considering a hand thing these days?
Yeah, boss, we were thinking that maybe we could break their hands as kind of our signature thing.
What?
There's a lot of cool catchphrases you can do with that. Noses are
Yeah.
great, but I think hands tend to be... Noses are just passe. It's been done.
It's passe.
Blank nods.
And hands, they can't shoot you
Did
after.
you guys all decide this together?
No, we're just workshopping.
No.
We never decided
This is an
without
open
you.
brainstorm right
Yeah,
now.
blue
Okay.
skies,
You see
blue skies.
the guy is like holding his nose back and like trying to click it back. And he goes,
I mean, to be fair, I've had my nose broken a lot. This is the first time I've had my hand ever smashed in my soul. I'm
Market
not one way or the
research.
other. I'm just saying, like, I've had my nose stitched together a couple times. Hand is a new one for me.
Yeah.
I'll listen to my people. We'll go with hands, and then Kamari breaks the guy's other hand.
Oh my god. This is horrible.
Guess we're hand people now.
I have never had a more violent playthrough. God.
the guy just passes out.
Oh, we're doing we're breaking hands
breaking
now.
hands.
Not
Doing hand
noses?
stuff.
Hand stuff.
doing hand
Put that on
stuff?
tomorrow's agenda.
All right.
We're hand stuff.
I'll get that right down in the notes. All right.
I think we should leave the bathroom. It feels a little weird to be in here with both of them still.
Let's head to Tequila.
You guys make your way towards the 812. You kind of go back into the center spoke room. You hear from the armored desk just a small voice going,
Hey, did you get the guys in the bathroom?
Sure did.
Wonderful, wonderful. You can leave them there. I'll clean them up if you let them unconscious. You let them unconscious, tied up maybe?
They didn't need to be tied up.
Just that's totally fine. I'm well versed in cleaning up both unconscious and bound. Thank you.
Also, there wasn't a button on the way out, but I did want to let you know that bathroom's cleanliness level was not satisfactory.
Thank you for your feedback. I will get on that. Our janitorial staff is off today. That's kind of what happened. But I will get in there and make sure that is good. Thank you very much for your input, sir.
You're the best, Clancy.
Thank you. Make sure to fill out that review card.
Yep, I got
Can we offer Clancy a spot on the ship?
Brian, can every NPC just come
You
hang
can't
out?
have all the NPCs.
Can we turn Tequila? Can we turn John Tequila Rogers?
So you make
Into
your
our
way to
best
the
friend?
812. If you want Clancy, you can get him on the way out.
Okay.
Are we gonna do a little sneak attack? We gonna go in guns a-blazing? What's the plan, boss? Blue Raspberry 2.0?
No. We can't do the same plan twice in a row. I think we do a yellow Gaffigan.
A yellow Gaffigan.
Blank, do you know what a yellow Gaffigan is?
All right, on the count of 3, break. Ready? 1, 2, 3, break.
Midnight Muscadines is a cozy, dark tabletop role-playing game where light and shadow intertwine in a fractured world. Players take on the roles of marmoteers, brave adventurers who journey into the untamed wilderness to collect the elusive Midnight Muscadines, craft magical jams, and protect the fragile light of Nim. Through collaborative storytelling and resourceful gameplay, players weave tales of courage, community, and the pursuit of balance. Will you preserve the light, uncover the truths hidden in the shadows, or reshape the balance of the world forever? Midnight Muscadines is perfect for fans of Studio Ghibli and Sea of Stars who seek to capture the magic of exploration and the heartfelt adventure in a world where small heroes make a big impact. Play Midnight Muscadines as a traditional GM'd game, GMless, or even solo. Midnight Muscadines is crowdfunding now on BackerKit. Join the campaign at pandeongames.com/muscadines.
I'm Quinns of tabletop role-playing game review show Quinn's Quest, and this is Play to Find Out. Play to Find Out is an actual play podcast that brings notorious old games from the 80s and 90s back to the table. Each season of Play to Find Out, I'm joined by Emily Johnson and Rob Morgan.
Good? Nervous?
Yeah.
You both looked at each other really concerned, like you think what's about to happen is going to be unpleasant. And frankly, I think that's rude. And together, we explore the TTRPGs of ages gone by. Our goal? To separate the TTRPGs that deserve to be remembered from those that maybe don't. I don't know, Emily. It was the 80s. A lot of people were on cocaine. We blow the dust from decrepit systems to learn how they work. Your 100 on the encounter table bursts out. Right, you've encountered a fog. Get ready. Don't laugh.
How does one get ready for a fog?
Don't laugh. Encounter their unique quirks.
I do finger guns to cover up how I wince.
A weird thing happens as you do finger guns.
Oh no.
And I'm hoping that the Quinn's Quest community will join us in exploring these games too. If you this up, cannot describe to you how much your adventure ends here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the best way to learn is to play to find out. Play to Find Out is available now on the Quinn's Quest Patreon, but the first episode of each series streams for free on the Quinn's Quest YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Anyway, you failed the Earth roll, and you made jokes while I was doing my exposition, so you don't get to hear any more.
Oh no! Come on!
I was shook as...
And then Kumari runs to the back of the 812 to get in position.
Okay, Maria also does that.
Blank joins on the break and then looks toward, and just shrugs, the biggest animated shrug.
All right. Ward is frantically tying a lasso knot as he sprints after them.
You guys make your way down this hallway towards the 812 and kind of like fan out around what are the two entrances to this place. You see the doors are like just glass, like convenience store doors, and there is like a window with blinds. The blinds are closed, so you can't really see in. But there are like, the blinds are kind of shitty, so there are like little gaps. And if you kind of like, as you kind of glance by, you see at the counter is a man who seems to be like the attendant, the cashier. And sitting on top of the counter is a like very well coiffed man in a like a floral shirt, kind of nice blazer, very fancy shoes. Like these are like slip-on shoes with like fur around the outside. Definitely not robbing a place shoes. And he is spinning a pistol in his hand that as it like stops spinning, you see on the like the pommel on the handle is a like fresco or whatever, or like a painting of dogs playing poker.
Pretty cool.
Is that known to be, is that like Tequila's signature weapon? Do we know that?
You do, you had like done some quick interrogation of Dick Whiskey, and you know that was actually Dick Whiskey's like prized possession before he lost it in a card game to
we gotta get
to
that
John
pistol
Tequila.
back.
Looks like Dick's getting a little present.
Yeah, I think like on our comms or something. I'm like,
Maria, tell everyone to save that pistol.
Everybody.
I call the shoes if nobody else wants them. Yeah, Ward can have
Well,
tell Ward
that's
to
fine.
take
You can take those shoes, but the pistol that's the one thing not up for grabs. Okay, everybody? I want you to keep that in mind during this,
Roger that.
what was it? What was the call sign again? Yellow saffron?
Yellow Gaffigan. Yellow Gaffigan.
Yellow Gaffigan.
Yellow Gaffigan. Just so I make sure, boss, that you know which one that is. Which is that? That's the one where me and Maria go to the back. We sneak. Me and Maria are in the back. We sneak in the back. We have your rear. You guys come in through the front, and take out whoever's there. I'll use my pistol to incapacitate I'll shoot the gun out of Whiskey's hand. With the military cannon? No, I'll use my pistol. Oh, okay.
You can see walking up, kind of like behind the counter, is another one of these kind of like hired hands. It's this guy just like dressed in a black suit, black shirt, holding a space machine gun, grabs onto his lapel and clicks his surveillance, and like says something into the surveillance, like into a walkie-talkie essentially. Pauses for a moment, says something again, and has like a quizzical look on their face, and then says something to John Tequila. Tequila also pulls out a walkie-talkie, clicks the thing, and starts talking. Clicks it again, and clearly, like, they have realized that they've lost communication with the people in the bathroom. All of them kind of like pull out their guns at the ready and begin to move into positions around the 812 with like eyes on the doors. I'm gonna have them roll a perception check to see if they spot you guys.
Let's charge in as soon as they.
So I think we still have the upper hand.
That is an 8. So they do spot you guys. They know that you're there, so you will not get a surprise round.
Okay.
Moving too slow. You hear a voice call out, this very suave voice calls that goes, "Hey, whoever's out." I said suave and I chose to use my regular voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty suave, man. Pretty suave.
No lies detected. And
I never know what the voice is going to be until it comes out. You just hear a voice come out. Goes, "Hey, whoever's out there, I understand we don't have any quarrel with you. I'm just trying to get a little repair on my ship, a little money in my pocket, and we're going to be out of your way. So if you want a little stake in that, I'm more than happy to grant you a little bit. You guys just throw down your weapons coming in. Happy to give you guys a credit each for your time."
A credit each?
Well, you know what? How many are out there? Is it more than 3? Because that would actually be a problem for me.
There's 9 of us.
Okay, well, I can't. Okay, so I don't have 9 credits, but I could part with.
And you see him kind of like lean over to the cashier, and you see them have a small conversation.
Okay, sorry, I could part with probably about 2 credits. Technically, you would be stealing from this gentleman over here who runs this 812, but That's kind of what I have on me.
I just had a thought. Can I say this? Can I type this over the comms, like, so it's not
sure.
like audible? I just realized, okay, he's got this huge bounty on him for like something that we didn't think was that big of a deal. So maybe, and who put the bounty on him? We don't know.
You'd have to go to Sutler Security Systems to kind of figure out who put the bounty on him.
Okay, so maybe he probably knows who put the bounty on him. So maybe if we can offer him, if he can offer us like part of the bounty or all of the bounty, like he might be willing to like pay that money in order to secure his own freedom. And then we can turn him to our side to like ally to fight against our enemies here in the Sutler system now that we are here.
Basically, like, protect him to barter with his bounty.
Yeah. Now that we're here, like, Eli knows in the depths of his spurs that he's not leaving until he gets his revenge or meets his end.
Oh, baby.
In the depths of his spurs.
Can anybody do a check to like see if like how trustworthy he would be?
Yeah, you can roll a savvy check. I'm going to make you roll it against the odds.
You got this, Captain.
Certainly do not have this. That's a 5.
He sounds very clear. He's like looking for it. He like they have their guns pointed at the door, or like the one door you can see through. You can only see two of the guys. You can see John and one of the other guys. 2 others are in the store at indeterminate locations. You don't necessarily know what they're doing. He seems to be on the up. You look at him, he seems, if anything, he seems very in control.
Okay. I think in this moment, Kamari's like, okay. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, let's not reveal how many numbers we have. Maria, stay outside.
You got it, boss.
Me and Ward will come out as the only 2. The rest of us have our backs. Okay?
Hey, boss, maybe make sure he gets a glimpse of that impressive war cannon, military cannon.
I'm bringing the war cannon. And then
Okay.
Kamari goes, okay, we'll take that deal. And then we'll like burst through the back with the cannon in hand.
When you say burst through the back, I'm gonna need you to define that, because burst through the back kind of implies breaching with intent to kill.
Oh.
I thought there was like some doors in the back and some doors
like
in the
a
front.
back door.
Oh, no. You're definitely going through a back door. When you say burst, it kind of implies an element of surprise that someone may imply to be an attack coming against them. Is that what you're going for?
No. I think Kamari is like, okay, I'm coming out. I'm going to burst through the back right now, so don't get startled. And then, like, kicks the door down and, like, kind of like the cannon is too big to get through the doorway, so, like, has to, like, angle it in a weird way. And it's like, all right, wait, give me a second. And then, like, finally gets it through. And it's like, okay, yeah, we'll take those 2. We'll take, yes.
As you kick down the door, you immediately see the 2 people you guys had eyes on and one more all kind of pop up, swing around, machine guns and or revolver pointed at you. Just go, whoa. And they see you kind of struggling through the door to like put this thing, go, well, okay, that's a very big gun. Can you like just kind of point it up or something?
Yeah, I can point it up.
Okay, seriously, like that could depressurize this entire station.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, just handle with care, buddy.
Sorry. I'm Kamari. This is my compatriot Wardley. Ward.
The guy behind the counter goes, excuse me, are you with the Sutler security system?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. I'll go back to being a prisoner. I thought I was maybe not a prisoner hostage anymore, but
I'm so sorry. You are definitely still a hostage.
Sorry, I just in my head I thought it was going to be different than what was happening. So I just got to kind of fake. That's my bad.
No, I get that.
Okay, it happens.
You see, this person also is clearly like very used to being robbed.
Oh God, it's a horrible work environment.
John kind of pulls up with guns still drawn, pointed at you, but it doesn't seem to be like actively menacing you. Just kind of looks at you. You see a criminal, an outlaw, like looking at another outlaw. trying to see if guns are necessary. Because not only like ammunition is expensive, there's anytime you pull a trigger, there's a chance that is the last trigger you're ever going to pull. So you don't want to do it unless you know you're going to have to. As you still hear playing overhead.
I think Ward's got his hands up and his revolver sort of like hanging on his thumb in like it would take me a little too long to get this in shooting position, but I do want you to know I have it.
You hold your gun there. Kumari, you got your gun kind of pointed in a non-threatening position. John looks at you and goes, all right, listen. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm just passing on through here, okay? I'm not looking for any trouble. Not looking for any trouble from you. If you're not with Sutler Security Systems, that's great for me. You're maybe looking for a bounty on me. I understand that. I think if we start shooting here, there's a chance you get all the bounty. There's a chance you get dead, okay? So why don't we just call it square? I'll clean out the cash register here. You get the credits from it. All I'm looking for is a little bit of I'm looking for transport, okay? I'm just looking to get kind of off this. I'm trying to get over to Irvine Industrial, okay? That's all I'm looking for. I was just trying to repair my ship. But if you're happy to offer me passage off of this place or something, get me to Irvine Industrial, we can call it square.
Yeah, we can take you to Irvine.
You don't have passage?
I got here, my ship broke down, hired these guys. They didn't have a ship. They were just squatting here. Of course, they didn't tell me that. So now I got to break into this place. It's a comedy of errors, you might say.
Oh, we're familiar. Yeah, we can take you on our... Tell you what, you give us your old ship. We'll, scrap it for parts or something.
Yeah.
And we'll provide you protection and transport to where you're going. And
just you though. We're not taking your
guys.
goons. Yeah.
You see the goons kind of go, yeah, that's fine. Actually, we mostly post up here. We've robbed this 812 like 3 times the past month. So
you guys gotta find a new place to rob.
you see the guy behind the 812 just goes, you really do. Looks at one of the guys and goes, Paul, I see you under the mask. Like, I know you. We play spades every 2 weeks. Like, I take your money during spades, you steal it back from me. Like, I understand this whole system.
This is we got a weird trust thing going on this place.
Yeah.
The social contracts here are very confusing to me.
You see the guy is holding a ski mask and is like, no, I don't know what you're... No, I'm not
Paul,
Paul.
You might want to go check on your friends in the restroom.
Oh, damn it. And he kind of moves towards the door. John looks at you guys and goes, okay, listen, I'm a trustworthy guy. I'm a trusting guy. But I got a 6 credit bounty on my head. And looking at you, I think you know that. I escaped from prison for a good reason, okay? I got things I need to get done. You got things you need to get done. Clearly, that's probably why you're chasing after me. We can all be winners here. Not one person has to take the whole pot. We can share the pot. All right? All I'm trying to do is just get off this station, get over to Irvine Industrial. I'm looking for somebody, okay? Really what I'm asking is, can I trust you?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, you can trust. Yes. We just want some credits. We need some money.
Boss.
What?
If I may.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I do have one question I'd like to ask Mr. Tequila.
Yeah, shoot.
We were talking. 6 credits seems a little high for what they've got you for. You got any idea why that might be?
I got a pretty good idea, but I mean, if you want to take it up with Saul Jackson, you can.
Yeah. Ward, fully, face changes when he says that. Saul Jackson.
Yeah. Listen, motherfucker is messing with someone that I care about deeply, all right? I got out of Folksong Penitentiary just to help them out, okay? So...
You know where he is? You know where Saul Jackson is?
Listen, I don't know per se where Saul Jackson is. I'm looking for my friend Jessie Red, okay?
Yeah.
You might have heard of her. She's a boxing champion, okay? Out of system. I think she's gotten mixed up with Saul. There's some kind of fight happening on Irvine Industrial sometime, I think tomorrow or the day after. From what I understand, Saul's kind of putting it together. I don't know if he's going to be there, but I'm pretty sure that's where Jesse's gonna be. I'm just trying
What's
to find
he got
her.
against you?
He knows that I broke out of the prison trying to get to Red. I've been calling her, trying to tell her not to get mixed up with him. Like, just because she's had a few bad fights out of system doesn't mean she needs to be doing bare knuckle boxing and smuggling narcotics and shit.
I think as this is happening, like Kumari's like texting the group chat that like we have that doesn't include Ward and is like, guys, Saul Jackson, do they know who, what's up with that? Do we know?
I think only Eli would probably know.
Yeah, Eli definitely says something folksy about like preserving your secrets, and he says that sad story ain't my yarn to weave. I'll leave that one to Ward when y'all get a chance to have a jaw.
Also, I feel like while this is going on, it's definitely Eli, Maria, and Blank, like schoolgirls sort of crouched by the door, like listening into the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like we've all grouped up. They're like, oh my God. Like making faces at each other when things like when Saul Jackson's name got dropped, Eli was like, oh my God.
Should I make a blues check also?
Yeah, make a blues check for me.
That's only a 6, so no extra.
So you don't get any extra blues. When you hear the name Saul Jackson come from Tequila's mouth, you get a momentary flash of just something that Saul said to you. What words do you hear from Saul Jackson echoing in the back of your mind?
He sees like a sweat and like smoke riddled and like kind of like beaten up face of Saul Jackson, like from a distance, like saying, "This is your fault."
I think it's from a distance that you hear smoke and you hear just pings and pangs of various gunfire and explosions and things, and you can barely hear a voice off in the distance. You mostly just see the mouth moving, venom in his face. This is your fault.
Ward's grip has instinctually gone to like the gun in like a not even like out of his control sort of way, has like grabbed on it, like finger on the trigger as he's like he's still pointing up, but he's like, you know where he is. Where is he?
You see Tequila and the two guys behind him like all raise their guns like back at the ready and go, hey, easy buddy. We're just talking here. I hit a nerve. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean nothing by it, but you're gonna have to relax that hand or it's gonna go a different way.
Kumari puts the cannon down, like slowly walks towards Ward and goes, hey Ward,
what?
I'm just gonna, and then like hugs Ward and is like, it's okay.
Fine. And he puts his gun away and gives the hug back, and there's like a little like held back tears as he's hugging him.
Kumari like puts their hand on Ward's shoulder and is like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. Nothing bad's happened. It's not like we got anyone killed today. It's all fine.
Yeah.
And then turns back to Tequila and goes, so you coming on the ship or what are we doing?
You see John still gun at the ready, but like now very confused by this like tender show of emotion at what is a standoff. I'm gonna say go ahead and make a savvy check, Kumari. I'll let you roll it with the upper hand.
I rolled 3 2s.
No.
Can you exert?
If you want to, you can exert yourself to try to re-roll one if you want, or re-roll a number of them if you want.
Have to roll a 6.
Yeah, I'll exert myself to re-roll 2. What the fuck?
Oh no! Is it 2 2s again?
I rolled 2 1s.
No!
Oh no!
That was definitely at least it couldn't get any worse situation.
Yes,
It got worse.
Oh no!
Tequila sees this show of affection and like clearly takes it to heart, but also sees it as an opening and just kind of moves forward with the two guys behind him, moving forward with their guns. Just goes, all right, listen, you guys look like good folk. I ain't gonna do wrong by you, but I do need passage. And honestly, that's quite a big gun you got there you came in with. if you're packing that hot, I'm not sure I can entirely trust you. And I got to make sure I'm getting where I'm going. So, no ill will towards you and yours, but I'm going to need your ship, okay? So if you're going to have to toss over your keys right now, all right?
I think we should charge in and slam them. The three of us on the outside, charge in and slam a jamma. He's doing a reverse rob.
Maria, recognizing what's happening, she's not going to run in, but she is going to real casual like just open the door and walk in. Like, oh, hey, boss. I see we made some new friends here.
You see one of the guys swings over to you. John Tequila kind of like looks over, and you see Tequila whistles. And the one guy that you hadn't seen pops up from like inside of the refrigerated like cooler where they keep beers and stuff with a gun trained on you.
Can I pop in right behind her and train my gun on him?
You swing behind, train your gun.
Yeah.
You guys are coming up to a full standoff. Tensions are rising rapidly. Tequila looks at you guys and looks at Kumari, goes, listen, this is about to go south. I don't want this to go one way or the other. I'm just looking to get out of here. I'm just looking to get passage.
Ward fully pushes himself into the barrel of Johnny's gun and says, look, Saul Jackson's no friend of mine. If you're going after him, then you're safe with us.
I'm going to say go ahead and roll savvy check. And because you're pushing yourself into his gun, I'll say you can roll it with the upper hand.
Can you also roll with an extra upper hand if I do my gambit?
You can't stack upper hands. It's just kind of you have it or you don't.
That is an 8.
Woo!
You walk forward slowly, the barrel of his gun resting directly on your forehead as you look him dead in the eyes and say this. You see his eyes, as you walk closer, begin to grow wide and then momentarily steel themselves, knowing what he's about to have to do. And as you say that, his eyes again soften just a little bit, and you see his finger come off of like active position on the trigger, resting on the side, and he slowly lowers the gun, still kind of trained on you, but in a less active, a less aggressive position. All right. Saul Jackson ain't no friend of mine. He's fucking with someone I care about very deeply. And if you got problems with Saul Jackson, I think that makes us at least allies for a moment. But let me tell you, you fuck me on this, I will fuck you right back. You understand me?
Crystal.
Mr. Tequila, in the spirit of honesty and openness, we do have another crew member who is just waiting right out behind that door with a baseball bat and a mask that frankly is a bit terrifying sometimes. So just, Blank, you know what, Blank, why don't you come in here with just in the spirit of openness?
Blank will poke out, like you just see around the corner of the wall, just poke their head out. You just see the featureless mask as they wave at
I would fully
Tequila.
die or kill for Blaine.
You pop out around the corner and wave, and John kind of like jumps a little bit. You see all the other guys kind of train the guns on Blank for a moment. He goes, listen, ma'am, very good of you to say. Honestly, shit could have gone sideways had your friend there just kind of popped in. So that good thinking on your part. Okay, let's... He turns to the guys, goes, listen, boys, job's off. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to kind of pay you. You're more than welcome to continue robbing this gentleman. You can take my cut. I've got passage, so I'm good. But, keep me in mind for the future.
Wait,
if you're ever
wait,
looking
wait,
for...
wait. We get our 2 credits still, though, right?
You know what, gentlemen, you may have to split. Well, now I'm kind of I've got my foot in my mouth because I seem to have promised the same 2 credits to 2 different sets of people. Because I promised.
The most recent promise subsumes all other promises, so those 2 credits are ours now. It's like if you get remarried, that new vow is the real one.
Blank is gonna walk in, just kind of casual, the baseball bat in one hand, but still hands raised, but then point the baseball bat at one of them, drag a thumb across their neck, and then gesture for them to walk out. I'm gonna try and intimidate them.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I'll let you kind of roll any check you want with that. You could make a case for muscle, grit, or savvy.
I'll go savvy.
Can I give...
I already have upper hand, you don't need to, because my baseball bat has the intimidating...
Hell yeah.
So I get upper hand on this. Oh, this is nice. Okay, 12.
Blank walks in, and you see 3 space machine guns trained on you as you make this throat cut gesture and like reveal the thick, jagged scar across your throat. Completely blank mask, baseball bat pointing at them, a like signature on the baseball bat of indeterminate nature, board strapped across your back. They all point their guns at you, and John looks at them and goes, "Listen, guys, the jig's up. Like, the guns are fake anyway, so you might as well just not take your lumps." They all turn to John and go, "Jesus, John, come on, man. Like, we maybe could have played." Okay, fuck it. Listen, Petey, one of the guys looks the guy behind the counter. Petey, I'll see you for spades on Tuesday. Okay, I'll see you later, man.
We gotta get out of this fucked up. These people are fucked up.
And they walk out.
It's a weird dance.
They walk out towards the motel.
Despite Blank wearing a mask, they kind of deflate a little bit because they hope that a fight would come out of it. They watch them walk out.
Okay, Blank. We'll fight someone some other time.
Blank, you got that guy in the restroom. You blew his hand straight out the
started the hand
park.
thing,
That was
Blank.
a home
We
run.
switched our whole signature thing.
Blank nods, like, yeah, you're right. Kind of
That was
gesture.
because of you, man.
I love how supportive this group of sad friends.
Oh yeah.
I love this.
It's great.
We are Samantha Carey Miranda. On the way as we walk back to the ship, I'd also like to tell Tequila about Dick Whiskey and just that he's there to prepare him.
We got another less intimidating other.
I was going to say, Maria wanted to mention Herbie.
Yeah, we got into the Herbie thing.
Oh, that the scan is going to have to happen.
Team meetings are at 9 a.m. every morning.
Well, and when Eli calls them or Blank calls them.
Anyone is allowed to call them, but
Yeah.
the long-standing one is 9 a.m. every morning before breakfast.
Blank will turn to Tequila and type out, "Where's the keys to your ride?"
Tequila opens up his jacket, reaches in, pulls out a small key with a large fuzzy dice attached to it, and tosses it over to you. I mean, listen, that hunk of junk probably ain't worth too much, but you're more than welcome to it. It's the engine shot. Like, I pulled it and immediately spun it out.
Can we sell it? Is there like an app? Do we have those apps here? Can we sell it on like Carvana? Space Carvana?
I will say, Eli, you know that there are like garages and scrapyards on Reno 12. Specifically, there's like the Tomaton Automobile Factory is on Reno 12. You know, it was like kind of in dire straits last time you were here, but there is a bit of like a automotive ship industry on Reno 12. So if you're going to scrap it somewhere, that's probably the place to scrap it.
But first we gotta go check out these fights at the Irvine Industrial, right? Do we want to be lugging the ship around? I guess we can just park it.
We could just give it to Dick.
Fuck Dick.
Yeah, true.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I think we should just toss the keys over to Dick Whiskey. Don't give him none of the details. He don't need that. And then he gets his ship. It's what he wanted. He didn't need to know
We're gonna
the
strand
condition.
him.
We could strand Dick here.
All right,
There's
I like
an
that.
812.
No, but
Trade out
wait,
one
hold on.
NPC for another.
Wait, whoa, team. He's part of the crew. He got scanned.
But he's in the guest quarters, and now we got Tequila.
They can share.
I like this idea.
They can share. Come on. He has no
Maria
friends.
definitely knows that this is hitting a weird spot, like hitting too close to home for Kumari. And so she's gonna pivot and be like, the boss makes a real good point. I thought, it was 1 for 1 is fine, but Dick's been part of the crew now, and they have traits that we have grown accustomed to.
Yeah, they're great. They can be the permanent Herbie pumper, so no one else has to be on Herbie duty.
Herbie
like
pumper.
this.
Holy moly.
I like the sound of that. Not the way you said it, but the
What did I
idea
say?
behind
What did it
I
sound like?
Herbie pumper.
What didn't you
I
like
guess
about
Herbie
it?
Cranker isn't any better, so.
Oh God.
Would you like?
Blank types up Herbie Winder.
There it is, Blank.
There it is, Herbie Winder.
For a
There
person
we
of few
go.
words, you always know the right thing to say.
They do the whole "oh shucks" kind of thing.
Okay, so Herbie Winders.
While they're on their way back to the ship, Maria's just gonna pop real quick into the bathroom and take whatever rolls of toilet paper are still left to restock the ship.
You grab it. It's all one
God.
ply.
Scott's.
It's
You know,
Scott's
though-
one ply. It works in a pinch.
It works. in a
Ew,
pinch.
don't say pinch in this context.
You guys make your way into 21st night of September. As you pass the reception area, the receptionist Clancy kind of jumps up and goes, "Oh, thank you so much for coming. Again, if you have a chance, give that number a call. Just let them know that I did a good job handling the situation. I'll take care of the two individuals in the bathroom. I saw the other three kind of just left, or I think they might be staying here actually.
Right. Are you part of the Spades game?
Yeah, I play Spades every Tuesday.
You know all of them.
They're all your friends. Shit. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry. Honestly, around here, it's kind of the same 5 credits that just get cycled back and forth around people. You know what I mean?
Do I ever?
Well, you're going to be missing 2
place.
of those credits. The economy now.
Do you guys rob the 812?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Robin's already 90% done. Like,
Yeah, we just
be a
finished it
waste.
We're not good guys.
No. We're sad, loving guys, but not good guys.
The
We're
guy behind the
friends
counter
with
just
each
like
other.
takes your credit card and like pops it in, just like, all right, just normal transaction.
Use the transfer to us.
Digitized robbery.
I love the modern age.
I forgot to say the second half of this, but when we're walking back to the ship, Maria pops into the bathroom to steal a couple of rolls to restock the ship, and in doing something unremarkable, she takes 1 blues.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
With all the people we're putting on the ship, that's pretty remarkable, honestly. that's a heroic act.
The everyday heroicism.
Yeah. So we're not abandoning Dick Whiskey is where we landed.
Yeah, I think
Kumari does not want to abandon Dick Whiskey.
It's fair. It's fair.
So we're gonna give him the keys, or should we just not tell him that the yellow lily is here?
No, we're selling the Yellow Lily. Kumari
Okay.
is...
He fully saw that the yellow lily's here because he pointed it out to you guys.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We'll just tell him that we're towing it to a repair shop because engine shot. But again, we are lying by omission.
I think we shouldn't be maybe hauling this around right now. I think we should leave this with our good friend Clarence here. Clarence Clearwater, keep an eye on it for us while we go check out these leads at Irvine Industrial.
That is a very smart observation, Eli.
Thank you kindly.
Clancy kind of overhears you guys and goes, "Would you like to park your vehicle here?"
They're going to charge us for parking.
Clancy.
How much it cost?
It's honestly, this is the cheapest place to park in the sector. It's only a credit for a week and a half.
Clancy, we just saved your life. You need to cut us a deal right now.
Listen, I can give you my employee discount, all right? That gets you 3 free days once a solar month, okay? So as long as you're back here in 3 days and take it, that's totally fine, okay? I'll plug in my employee code. But if you go past that, there's nothing I can do. I got to charge you the full credit for the next 10 solar days, okay?
Okay.
And
that
what
seems
happens
fair.
if we don't actually come back for that ship?
I mean, we leave it there for at least a week and a half, and then it gets towed off to Reno 12.
Well, if we ain't back in 3 days, we're probably dead. So that's fine.
Can you sell this for us? Can you...
You see, this is the first time that Clancy kind of looks at you with a particular glint in their eye, and they kind of look at you and go, I've been known to sell things here and there for a price.
Why, Clancy, we didn't peg you for an outlaw.
I clap him on the back.
Excuse me. I wouldn't say an outlaw. I'm just, when you're good at something, you never do it for free. You know what I mean? So I'm more than happy to help broker a deal for this. You see them look out the window at the Yellow Lily. Fine vehicle.
Blank types up. We know it's crap.
Oh, okay. So this isn't, you didn't fly this in. So okay, that's fine. Yeah, more than happy to broker a deal for you. I mean, it might take me 2 days to get someone out here, but I can make that happen for you.
Yeah, that works.
Sounds good.
How much is your fee?
I usually charge 30% what you get.
Make it 15 because we saved your life.
I'll make it 20 because I'm a good guy.
That's worse than what I said.
Well, why don't you make it 20 because I am a good guy?
Well, you're an outlaw, so I don't know if you're a good guy.
You see them kind of like look over, lean over and go, trust me, I'm one of the good ones.
Kamari looks at the rest of them and is like, what do?
17.
17.
17. What they said. Thanks, guys.
All right. Fine. 17 sounds peachy keen.
All right.
That's what they say.
You got a deal, and Kamari puts their left hand out to shake theirs.
You put your left hand out, and Clancy swings around to like a big like wind up clap to shake your hand. And goes, all right, 17 rounded up to 20. Perfect. Shakes your hand.
Blank types up, kind of like this guy.
I was gonna say, Maria again that looked over at Blake and was like, that was a real good move right there. Real clever move.
Can't knock the hustle.
You hear the phone ring nearby. Clancy picks up and goes, so sorry, excuse me real quick. Picks it up and goes, hello? No, I'm so sorry. I can't give out the name of any of our guests. Do you have a room number or anything? I'd be happy to ring you through. No. Excuse me. No, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna have to hang up. I'm hanging up now. Okay, you two. You know where to stick it. And hangs up the phone.
Clancy.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes you just gotta deal with people the way they're dealing with you. I'll make that happen for you.
Who was that, Clancy?
Listen, I don't want you to get involved. And I mean, listen, you don't want to mess with the Prazos if they're not messing with you. So just kind of like, steer clear as best you can. You know what I mean?
That same look that Ward got where his eyes went kind of sad and he had a flashback, that happens. That same look crosses over Eli's face at the mention of the Perasso name. I guess I'm going to cross the line that I always swore I wouldn't by returning to the system, by like going back to here where I am and where I was. Because I was like, I'm never going back there. And so I crossed that line.
As you gain that blues, I want you to give me a bit of a flash to an encounter you had sometime in the past with Casey Perasso. You remember Casey being a fucking bruiser. This is like the muscle for the Perasso family. This is the person you don't want to fuck with. Shaved head, spiderweb tattoo across their bald head, broad-shouldered, and does not take kindly to anyone fucking with them in any way, shape, or form.
Eli flashes back to a day in the Perasso warehouse where there was just some contraband that was being sorted through, and he is like a young grunt, kind of, Gopher was like hauling some of this gear and contraband around. And Casey was there screaming at someone, and he kind of peeks his head in to the office, the manager's office where Casey is, to see if there's like some shit going down. And she's just absolutely screaming, yelling, berating someone he can't quite see, just calling her, "You stupid fucking blah, 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 blah," just really berating this woman. And he sees it is a woman, and this beautiful head of brown curly hair turns around, and he lays for the first time his eyes on Nikki Perasso, his one and only true love, now dead, cold in the ground. But then she was alive, so full of life, more full of life than I'd ever seen.
Those beautiful eyes, those beautiful curls and ringlets swing around stronger in memory than they ever could have possibly been in life, and all the more painful to remember them by.
as this happens, Kamari's texting the group chat that doesn't include Eli.
I think you guys have 5 separate group chats to leave one person out every time.
No, I think there's 4. Maria's in all of them.
Oh, sure.
Even the one about her,
It
and she
includes
just like
Maria.
goes along with it because they never noticed.
She's like, oh, you guys are so funny. What the creative things you come up with.
Just like, does Eli know the Perazzos or something? Like, do they have beef? Does anybody know?
Well, I think we know. I think Eli is definitely in his depressive states, like been muttering Nikki Perazzos's name while looking out the window.
Yeah, he's an oversharer. Like Ward is the one who's like kind of actually stoic, and Eli's the one who's like he's like, one last job. He's just always like, I got a sad story, and someday maybe you'll hear it, and then he just like tells it anyways.
Well, and then your night terrors, we're always hearing you scream out Perazzo. Yeah.
No! The fire! The smoke! No, Nikki!
And then I think Kamari's texting like, wait, is Nikki Perazzo related to the Perazzo family? Question mark? Exclamation point.
Ward just thumbs up reacts.
Blank puts a bunch of question marks, send, and then types, you didn't know? Question mark, and then sends that.
Typing back like, I don't assume everyone's related to everybody. I don't know. Maybe it's just another. Okay, this is on me. I see what I've done.
You see, as you guys are texting,
all standing in the same group.
I love that.
Clancy and John Tequila Rogers are just standing next to each other, going like, "This just feels kind of rude right now, right?"
Blank holds up a finger to say shush as they're replying to the text, before looking up and then gesturing to a ship.
You guys make your way towards the ship with John, with the promise that Clancy will make some calls and try to get the ship scrapped for parts.
I think Maria also sort of like guides Eli because Eli's in a bit of a shock state. So Maria's sort of pushing Eli
Start
up towards
screaming
the ship.
Nikki as we get towards the ship.
Nikki! The smoke! Nikki, no!
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna get you a nice cup of tea.
You make your way onto the ship. Dick Whiskey immediately comes over and goes,
Well, John, how's it going? Can I, maybe want to play like a couple more hands of cards, man? Because I kind of want to get my ship back from you, man.
John looks at him and goes, I didn't mean to tell you this, but you've got an awful tell, so I don't really think you should be playing cards with, quite frankly, anybody.
Oh, come on, man.
If possible, can Blank put a hand over Tequila's mouth and then type up saying, I have a ship now. Do you want to play a game of cards? And show it to Dick.
Dick looks at you and goes,
Oh, I thought you guys were going to get it back to me. But you know what? Goddamn, I love a game of cards.
You monster.
I want to play them in a game of cards.
Go ahead and roll 5d6 and take the top 2. Dick Whiskey is going to roll 3d6 and take the lower 2. This is how bad he is mechanically at cards.
Oh my god.
He rolled a 1, a 1, and a 3, so he has a 2.
No.
I rolled a 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 2. So I got an 11.
Nice.
It's because I have no tell. I have a blank mask. So I'm just
best card player ever.
Best card player.
Yeah, when none of us will play with you because we've learned.
Yeah. I think you're all looking around and you realize that like the obvious tell that Dick Whiskey has is that when he has a bad hand, he goes, "Oh man," really quietly. And then every single time when he has a bad hand, he bets big.
Dick.
You get Dick Whiskey into debt that he will never pay off. So at this point, you're just kind of playing for chips that mean nothing. As you guys take off towards, are you heading to Irvine Industrial, or do you want to head to Reno 12 or Sutler Orbital? Where are you guys headed?
I think we should head to Irvine Industrial because that's where we got the first lead, where we think Saul Jackson is. And where Tequila wants us to go too. We told Tequila we'd take him to Irvine Industrial.
The moment Eli mentions Irvine Industrial, Blank just is like the most enthusiastic as you can possibly type. Yes. Irvine Industrial. That's the place to go.
Oh, looks like someone needs to soup up some parts, huh?
Yes.
All right, everyone. Great. This is Eli. That's why for the past, and there's like an employee of like, I guess the day award wall, and it's all just Eli. Like, you guys really gotta step your games up, or else Eli is gonna keep getting those bonuses.
You say bonuses.
We never really decide what the prize was for that, did we, boss?
No, we'll figure it out. It's gonna be good, I think.
It was more of a morale thing.
Yeah. Who is on the aux cord today?
Blank raises their hand up.
Oh, it's Blank's turn. All right, Blank, you're on the aux.
On it now.
Blank, what do you throw on as you guys make your way towards Irvine Industrial?
Especially because we have, like, at the very least, 2 crew members meeting their unfortunate backstories. It's going to be Pizzazz by Akintoye. And just about, if you're going to be Saz, you might as well do it with Pizzazz.
You guys hear this upbeat but sad, pizzazzy track as you guys make your way to Irvine Industrial.
And Ward scoots into the escape pod with Eli to do some brooding.
We just sit together in silence for like hours. Just kind of everyone's like you know how a dog when they're sleeping sometimes they'll just give a big sigh. Like that's us for hours.
I think Kamari goes in and puts an extra hang in their poster in there after today.
Just while they're
just leaning over them like, excuse me.
Ward, as you are brooding out the window, John Tequila walks in and kind of like saddles up next to you. Very like well-dressed, put together, standing straight, looks very in control of his own emotions, but does seem there is a like sadness behind the eyes. Very kind looking eyes, but looks at you and just kind of turns and asks, so what do you got against Saul Jackson?
Saul Jackson ever sees me again, he'll kill me on sight.
That bad, huh?
That bad. What do you got against him?
He's putting the love of my life in danger. All right? And listen, she's a tough woman. That's why I love her. She can handle herself. I mean, she's a fucking interstellar boxing champion, for Christ's sake. But she's getting mixed up in things that she shouldn't be with a man that I know to be a slimy, scummy, skeezy scumball of a man. And I just don't want her to end up in a ditch with all the talent and prospects that she has. I mean, she had 1 or 2 bad fights, got in with just a couple of people, and all of a sudden now she's trying to dig herself out of debt the wrong way. I mean, hell, like, listen, she's a tough woman. She can get in the ring with anybody, but quite frankly, Casey Perazzo, not a person anyone should be fighting. That's a person who's not.
That's who the fight's with?
Yeah. Casey Perazzo ordered this whole thing. Wanted to, I don't know, prove that she could beat an interstellar boxing champion or something.
So are the Perazzos and Saul Jackson back on good terms?
Oh, I don't think that the Perazzos have any idea that Saul is...
That he's behind
managing Jesse, but I don't know. I mean, listen, all I know is that he brought her in here and he's using her to fucking smuggle in some kind of, I don't know, new narcotic, some kind of like enhancing drug for fighting. He's basically using her as an advertisement. She's going to rub it on before the fight, and then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Who knows what happens? But that shit is dangerous.
What's it called? Is it called Punch Up? Because that would be a cool name.
Yeah, it's called Punch Up now.
I don't know if there was another name for it, but I think something that makes you punch better and is a drug that you rub on is called Punch Up. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably seen some of the articles about it. Like, yes, various fighters keep trying to take it. You do it once, great, you're going to win a fight. You do it 2 or 3 times, that shit's going to get to your heart. I mean, she knows the risk. She's a smart, strong, capable woman, and she's making some bad decisions. And I figure if I can just get to her before this fight, before Saul gets every single tenterhook that he's got in her, then I don't know, maybe we can just get her out of here. That's all I'm trying to do.
John, have you had the displeasure of meeting Saul Jackson?
I know him by reputation. We've maybe crossed paths a little bit, but not really. All I know is he, listen, I had a credit and a half bounty on me when I escaped from prison, and all of a sudden it gets jacked up to 6. No surprise who it's probably coming from. I can't say for sure, but my guess is Saul Jackson doesn't want me getting to Jesse.
Well, as much as he may want you dead anyway, if he gets the opportunity to do it in person, you'll wish somebody else had gotten to you first.
I understand.
That's the only warning I'll give.
It just kind of gives like a solemn nod of understanding and kind of like just flashes you inside of his jacket where there is a quick draw holster for that dogs playing poker pistol.
Flash the same. Not the same dog holding pistol, but the same kind of holster.
Roll. It's cats playing backgammon.
Etsy,
right? Can I make a blues check with this conversation?
Yeah, you can make a blues check.
Cool. That's still only a 7.
Are you adding your grit to it?
Yeah, that's with adding grit.
You hold off the blues a little bit for the moment. As you guys eventually land in Irvine Industrial, you park somewhere outside the city to avoid having to pay for parking, which is astronomical in a lot of places. It's a little dangerous to leave your ship not in a like secure car park, but it's also significantly cheaper.
Dick will watch our ship.
Dick and Herbie.
Dick will watch it.
Yeah,
you do know you have
Herbie.
Herbie.
Up Herbie to just below the level where the bloodlust kicks in real hard.
Yeah.
Where it's like he's itching for it, but he not gonna go hunting for it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a cruelly drawn marker to show that level. like just drawn in with permanent marker or something like this.
And weirdly, that level's changed over time.
Yeah. It's been gradually getting lower, which has been very concerning.
You guys make your way to the undercarriage bar. John Tequila tells you like this is where he's heard that like in the basement of the undercarriage seems to be where they're setting up for like various events. Like they'll do like underground concerts, and now it seems to be they're setting up for this boxing match. You make your way to the undercarriage bar, which is kind of like a greasy dive that is mostly for miners. This is like a mining moon. In this area, they're mining for various ores.
I thought you meant underage people.
Oh no, the mining.
Oh
miners.
my god! Now we're back. We're in die again. We're getting back in the fucking this
Man,
old
they're
trap.
immortal.
It's a college
Mortal
town?
miners.
Okay.
No, they're like hardened miners. A lot of people like covered in soot and things. All very. These are the world weariest of world weary people. All just trying to get a couple of drinks to end their day, as the mines are run 24/7. So the various shifts are kind of coming out and going in. Who walks in first into the undercarriage bar?
I'd say Blank. I think Blank kind of hangs out these kind of areas usually.
As you guys walk into undercarriage bar, you hear a smash of glass as a large like glass tumbler is thrown and smashes directly next to one of your heads. You see this like pint mug fly past your head and shatter into the wall. You look over to the bar and you see a very large man behind the bar, A-frame like shirt, big fucking meaty arms, is being pulled over top of the bar by a woman that's at least 1.5 times his size, shaved head with spiderweb tattoo over the top of it. And she is gripping him by the shirt. The shirt is like tearing, and you see all of the various patrons have like shut the fuck up. All of them are at least as big as the bartender and are not saying a fucking thing when this woman is grabbing him. You see her grab this man, pull him over, goes, "Where the fuck is Indy Carter?" And that's where we're going to end it
for this episode.
Who's Indy Carter?
Oh
Indy Carter's in trouble.
As you see Casey Perazzo menacing one
Why is
of
Casey Perazzo kind of doing it for me? I'll say it. I'm not afraid.
You see Casey Perazzo menacing this massive bartender, putting everyone in their place, looking for one Indy Carter. Who Indy Carter is and what they've done, we will find out next time on My First Dungeon, Orbital Blues.
No!
Bang bang!
Bang bang!
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang bang!
Bang, space!
Space bang!
I need more
Bang
bang,
bang!
space.
Oh my god.
If you're hearing this, that means you listened to every last second of this episode. If you're not caught up yet, that's great because then there's plenty more to listen to. But if you are caught up and you simply can't wait for the next episode, then you should head on over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and become a member of the Dice Pool. For just a few bucks a month, you'll get cast talkbacks, original games, and a full-length bonus actual play each and every month. As of the end of 2023, there is already over 20 hours of bonus audio, plus a whole bunch of other goodies to enjoy. So head on over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and jump into the Dice Pool. We'll see you there.